Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay? If you can, give me a thumbs up in the comment section.
Call the DJI Pockets.
I'm live.
Oh, you are? Sorry.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm in braids. It's me. I promised you guys I was going to shock you people with my change of hair. And yes, I'm in braids. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Hi, Faye. Welcome. Oh, I see a lot of my peeps here. The comments are going so quickly. Let me try. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Yes, I love my hair. There was a lot of work, though. I sat down for hours. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Where are you guys watching from? Rep your city. Where you logged in from? I'm different, right? Yeah, I look different. When I braided my hair yesterday and got back home, my husband was like, kind of reminds me of every time you're pregnant because when I'm going to have babies, I braid my hair so that I don't have to worry about my hair when I'm taking care of a newborn. So when I came in yesterday, my husband said, "Oh, it reminds me of all the times we're going to to the hospital to have babies." From Lagos, from Nigeria, Dublin, Abuja, Lagos, Germany, Brussels. Oh, I see you all. Trinidad and Tobago. Oh my goodness, you guys watch me from that far. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. From Calabar, Nigeria. Yay, Gabriel, welcome. From Warri, Ugonna, welcome. Lola, welcome. Kaduna, welcome. Edmonton, Senegal, Dubai, China. You guys, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you all so much. So much. I'm excited to have everyone here. Oh, from Ghana, London, Senegal, Saskatoon. Yay! Welcome, my people. Jamaica. Oh, South Korea. You guys. Unbelievable, right? Marina has braids. Yes. I promised you guys I was going to go on braids and I'm doing it. Hey, Nazar, welcome. From Kenya. Oh, thank you guys so much. Okay, I'm just going to give like 2 more minutes to get more. Hey, Patakot, Mama Boys, welcome, ma. IJ's Corner is one of my big sisters on YouTube. You guys go check out her channel. I learned a lot about parenting, about marriage. She has been married 21 years. They are the bones that we're looking up to. She has amazing content. So you want to check out her channel, IJ's Corner. I see a lot of my YouTube sisters here. Nazo, Eze, welcome. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys so much. Right? I'm crushing on my hair. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all so much. And yes, for the person asking, I am feeling so much better today. I finished my antibiotics. I finished it for the first time in history. I finished it. I'm feeling a whole lot better. I just need to go back to have like a checkup appointment to be sure that everything is all clear and we're all good to go. My voice is still a bit husky. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but other than that, I'm feeling great, really great. Thank you, everyone. Coast City, yay, welcome. Welcome, you guys. Oh my God, so many comments. Welcome, guys. Okay, just give me one moment. Let me try to welcome everyone. Happy to see you all. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. So nice to be back. Really nice to be back. It felt so awkward last week not putting out a video, guys. It felt so awkward. It felt like something was missing from my day, but I had to take that step back. On your advice, those of you who sent messages and ordered my husband to keep me off YouTube, well, he listened to all of you. They collected my laptop, collected my camera, collected everything that I used to do, all things YouTube, and ordered me to stay off. And I had to listen. So it felt awkward. Last Sunday felt very awkward. And I'm glad that I'm here to catch up with you guys and just to check up on everybody, how you guys are doing. Today's video is a bit chill, just a bit laid back. My own way of just coming to connect with you guys in real time and to thank you all for the support. I said I was going to do this when we hit 10,000 subscribers. We're now approaching 11,000. And honestly, guys, I don't know what I would have done without all the support that I get on this channel. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. I appreciate how you guys have my back. Like the messages that I have gotten in the last 2 weeks, the emails, the DMs of people there were people who were checking up on me every day. Like every day they will send a message and say, I'm checking in, I'm checking in, I'm checking in. And guys, I truly appreciate that. Hi, Nina. Welcome. Yes, braids are fire. 2021, we're going to be doing it different styles, back to back, different looks on this channel. Thank you guys so much for all the people just joining in. Thank you very much. I was asking where you're watching from, so please rep your city if you haven't already done that. Yeah, guys, so I had people who were sending me messages and checking up on me like every day on Instagram, on Twitter, emails. There are a lot of messages I haven't been able to get to. I'm not ignoring them, guys. I had to just take that step back away from social media just so I could recuperate completely. So thank you all. Thank you all so much. Truly, 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 truly appreciate you guys. You guys are too much. So today you guys have the chance to blast me questions live, but please take it easy. If you ask me hard question, I'll just start coughing and pretend I'm sick again. Hi, Winnipeg. Yay, I can see you. Manchester, UK. Yay, welcome, Nina. My free interior decorator, Nina. I watched the video that you put up, I think it was yesterday or this morning, and oh boy, I need to come and take decorating lessons from you. You guys check out Nina Gilbert TV, fire decorator, fire. Like if you want to organize your house, Nina Gilbert TV, Barbara's Reality. That's another YouTube channel that I go to when I want house decor inspiration. And I'm going to be counting on you guys very soon because I need some decoration in my life in this house. Thank you all. Thank you guys so much. So if you have any questions, anything that you would like me to talk about, this will be a good time to just leave it in the comment section and I would touch on as many of them as I possibly can. From Cape Town, wow, welcome. Victoria, BC, yay, you guys with your good weather. I'm so jealous. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Let me scroll up and see I didn't miss anything. Right? Nina wants to make me renovate my daddy's house. In fact, I woke up this morning, I was looking at my house, I was just angry after I saw that in Nina's video. Hi, Daisy! Yay! Welcome. Thank you for joining. Yes, I went and sat down for 6 hours yesterday and got my hair braided because I had already said I was going to do it. Thank you. From Joburg. Hi, Florentia, welcome. Thank you for joining. Hi, Jenny Ma, my babe. Welcome, darling. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Oh, so many comments. Let me see, just to be sure I didn't miss. Oh, thank you guys so much. So such nice, kind comments. Yeah, so Nazo, it was 6 hours. At some point, I'm like, yo, if it was a barber shop, man, 30 minutes, $25 later, we're done. But this one, I had to sit down. They put my brain inside Otota. This thing was burning my head. But I had to sit down there because my beauty is pain. Jonathan, welcome. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. So much love from Nigeria. Yay, my people rapping. Speaking about Nigeria, guys, okay. The questions are coming in already. Hi, Osas, welcome from Maryland. My first question is, are you married? Because Fred and us wants to come and propose again. Yes, so come and propose again. Ooh, Mr. Eteng. Wow, repping. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Mr. Eteng. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. If someone is on working permit in Canada, will she start receiving childcare benefits? So no, childcare benefit is for permanent residents and Canadian citizens. If you're on work permit, you're considered a temporary resident, and so there are a number of benefits you will not be able to access. So no, you can't get childcare benefits on work permit. I'm free for adoption. Mama Ejabi, is you that will come and adopt me. You have boys, adopt a girl now, please. Me and Daphne will come. Oh, Mr. Etek says contributing to the hair. Okay, I'll send you an invoice for the balance. Josephine, I look so much like your friend in Indianapolis. Oh, really? I have a lot of lookalikes. I meet people who tell me I look like somebody they know. So please gather all of them. Well, let's form association. Abigail, you sent me an email already. Okay. I have a couple of emails pending. I probably haven't seen it. As soon as I'm able to, I'll get to the emails and respond to you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Nigeria abroad. Welcome. Oluwatoyin said, can I go at my own convenient time when I'm giving the visa? What kind of visa? It depends on the kind of visa. If it's a permanent resident visa, you will have to land within the stipulated duration. If it expires and you have not landed in the country, it's almost like you restart the process. Maybe they'll cut some parts. I don't know how that works, but it's advisable that you land within the duration that you're given. Immigrant visas always have an expiration date. When your passport is stamped, the expiration date is there, and it's in your best interest to land before it expires. Can you speak on the social worker's career path? Yes, I'm actually working on that. I'm working on nursing and social work. I'm trying not to rush them because those two areas are really broad and the licensing process is a bit different from province to the other. So I'm checking to be sure that I'm not going to be providing any conflicting information. I'm actually working with people who are actually in social work together with the information on the website. So that's going to be coming really soon. Yobosa say you get mind oh, you have been hiding this kind of beauty all this while. If I hear say you cut that hair again, please, please just before giving me in advance because see this type of 6 hours sitting down life, I not just know, sir, if I will fit. No vex. Let me just be begging in advance because I cannot promise you that when I remove this braids, I will not cut the hair again. I already miss touching my scalp every day. Please help us. Yes, Mr. Etang is in the building. Can I ask how much did you make this your beautiful braids? My sister, send me a private message. let's, let's talk. Well, I think the price was fair. The last time I braided my hair was 4 years ago when I was graduating from business college. 4 years ago, that was the last time. And the difference between what I paid then and what I paid now, I don't think was outrageous. It was about $100. It was about $100, about that range. That's excluding the extension because I took my own, and yeah, I think it was fair because somebody the yeah, I would say it's fair compared to what it was 4 years back. Not so bad. It's about 100. Doing our biometrics on Monday, and we're coming to meet you in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan by God's grace. Yay! Welcome. We have enough love and enough snow to go around in Saskatoon, so welcome. Somebody says I'm the what I have different titles in this Saskatoon already. They say I'm the mayor of Saskatoon. Somebody say I'm a yellow day of Saskatoon. I have all the titles. So welcome. I have snow to go around. Enough love here. Okay, Tutu said permanent. Oh my God, what's going on? Super chat everywhere. Jay, thank you so much, babe. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I was reading the question. Adetutu, I think you said permanent resident visa. So yes, your passport will be stamped and the expiry date will be there. So don't let it expire. You must land before it expires so that you don't run into any trouble. I intend to migrate with my 3 kids without a spouse. What advice will you give me in terms of coping and after school services? It's not impossible for you to be able to land without a spouse and 3 kids. It's not impossible, but it's going to be hard. Let me not lie to you, because even with me, 2 kids with a spouse, it was a bit of a tough adjustment. Just coping with them. We don't have the kind of support that we have back in our home countries where there's cheap home care, there's parents, there are friends that you can drop your children with. That shocker is a bit aggressive in the beginning, but it's not impossible, really. You're just going to need money, you're going to need a support system, because depending on the age of your children, if you're at the age where they can't stay at home themselves, you're going to need some form of childcare while you are doing what you're doing. For after school services, a lot of schools have before and after school programs that you might want to consider looking up to join for your kids, depending on their age. If you have a child who's 12 and above, then they can stay at home with the younger ones. They just have to take, there's like a short certification course that children can take if they're going to be staying home with younger siblings. It's short. It's a course that most people can take, and then they become like the legal caregiver for the younger children. So there are options, just depending on your peculiar situation and the age of your children. If there are more specific details in the situation that you like to talk about, you can send me an email. My email address is in the description box of all my videos. It's marina.siri@gmail.com, and I'll get to them if there's anything specifically you want us to talk about. Will you advise me to do my nursing school in Africa before coming, or should I do it there? It depends on how you're coming. When you say do it there, are you coming here as a permanent resident? If you are, then I would say it's more advisable for you to do it here, because if you do it abroad, you're still going to go through like an entire licensing process here before you can practice here as a nurse. So if you can just do it here, get in the program when you arrive, then I think that's better for you. You guys, today was not actually to be talking about migration. It's us to just gist and ask me chill, laid back questions, and not really how to migrate, please. So that for the people who are in Nigeria and not looking to migrate, they won't be bored still for the people who already live abroad. So please, let's mix it. If you have questions that are non-immigration related, go ahead and drop them in the comment section as well. I'd like us to talk about like a whole range of different things and not just how to migrate to Canada, okay? Please. Oh my God. Oh, another super chat. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm missing so many. Oh, Osas, thank you for everything you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Uche, oh, supporters club of Mr. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much. Okay, I see what's going on here. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Supporters club of Mr. So you're not my supporter. I'm coming to your house after this live so that you come and explain what that means. What's happening to the IRCC? My brother, me too, I'm wondering. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I honestly don't know what's going on. Like, the information I'm getting is conflicting. Some people say they're able to land with authorization letters. Another set of people say their authorization letter that had been issued, now they contacted them and said the authorization letters are invalid. So I don't know what's going on. I've tried to call the IRCC office a number of times, and I've not been able to get to somebody. It's just the automated responses. That's what I get. And hopefully, if I'm able to get to speak to someone, I'll be able to get first-hand information on how people can land or when people can expect to start to hear updates, because I don't know what's going on. It just seems like Canada didn't prepare for this level of backlog, so it's slowing everything down. And I really wish that something concrete opens up soon. Something, yeah, people need to know what the way forward is. The news we hear here is that they are not meeting deadlines. You're not meeting immigration deadlines. Of course, you won't meet immigration deadlines. Half the people you have approved are outside the country. So we're hoping that very soon we'll hear news that give a clear direction on the way forward. Let me see which question. You say you're pressing calculator to convert it to naira. You are going to do that at your own risk. Sorry, I'm not a monk. But I don't want you to say you cut the hair. You people are supporting Mr. Eteng on this one. You guys, you know how I cut this hair in the first place. We were talking, I had talked about it when we first landed. We were already talking about the possibility of me cutting my hair. One day went to Walmart to buy milk. I've shared this in one of my videos. I don't know if you guys remember. We went to Walmart to buy milk. I was paying for the milk and I saw a salon across the till. So after I finished, I just went in there. I'm like, hey, does anybody have any experience cutting African hair? And there was a South African girl who works there and she was like, she does. So I said, wait, I'm coming. I went outside, gave them the milk. I went back inside. I said, I'm coming. I just forgot something. That's how I got there and cut my hair. Sometimes apology is better than permission. I knew if I had asked Mr. Etek that time, should I cut it? It would have been a whole different conversation. So I just had to do it. Now you are saying you don't want me to cut it again. And now on Mr. Etek's side. Wow. I'll think about it. Is it advisable for someone to come to Canada and look for a job there in order to apply for work permit if you can travel to Canada without visa? Like, how can you travel to Canada without visa is the first question. You can't actually get a job if you're not legally allowed to work in Canada, except you're going to do under the table. I don't know how that works. So it's not get a job, then get work permit. You have to have like some kind of status here before you can even get a job. And as a visitor, you're not allowed like that to work. So I don't know how it just doesn't seem like the situation is complete. Like, how do you even come into the country without visa, they apply for work? So it might not really work like that. You need to be able to work legally before you can get a job in Canada. I look different with braids, really. Is it different good or different bad? Part-time jobs for students in Saskatoon. So that part, I know that retail has been directly impacted by COVID because most students are able to get jobs as in retail, like food chains, stores, and things like that. But with COVID and all the restrictions and all the cut down, the closures that stores had to go through, I know that's a bit tight there. But international students are still able to get jobs in those places. Hi, Extra Step CEO. Welcome. I want to apply for study for September and I'd like to call my children, though they're big, 16, 13, and 10. September what? Is that September 2021? If you want to apply to study in September 2021, I think you're about 3 months too late. Except you're talking about September 2022, then you have time. International students, most schools, they require you to apply at least 8 months before the start of the program. So the application window would have closed like in January or mid-February. So you're a couple of months behind, except you're looking at 2022. Mr. Etek, don't allow cut the hair again. Come on, you guys are supposed to be on my side. What is this? No, now. Can I please send my email? Okay, you know what? I'm going to type my email address and see if I can pin it. Am I able to pin this? Let me see. Yes, pin message. So my email address is right on top of the chat. They said they are on Mr. Eting's side today. Father Lord. Chai, and this is my family member. Oh, Father Lord. You know when the Bible says a man's enemies are of his household? Name me this. Chai, you're supposed to be on my side, Mama boys. Come on. My email address is pinned, so you can. If you ever get to play any sport, what would it be? You guys, I like table tennis. I actually played table tennis as a teenager. I really liked table tennis. I know that if I'd continued there, I would have been very good with it. Like I played table tennis as a teenager, and then the next time I played was in university when hostels used to have those games where hostels compete with each other, and I played tennis as well in the university. So I'll say table tennis. For me, where my table tennis career started to die was one day my father made our dining table. It was a big dining table because I come from a big family. We got a carpenter to come and spray the table, get refurbish it to be brand new. They now put the table outside in the sun for it to dry. Oh. That's how me and my brothers now carried plank and measured the table, put the stick in the middle, and converted my father's brand new dining table to table tennis board. The beating they beat us that day, and that's where my table tennis career flew out the window. Anytime I see tennis, I have anxiety from that beating that I remember. So it was until university I could play again. But if I would play a sport, I'm sure that's where I would go. Oh, thank you, Nina. You have my email address in the chat as well. Thank you. I decided to shock you guys. Yes, I promise you people I'm going to be shocking you like this. And yeah. Mr. Eteng wants me to channel my inner Ashwaya. Right. Okay. The hair is done. Now only flat belly remain for Ashwaya. Right. We're working on it. Don't worry. Team short hair. Oh, you see? Thank you. Better person. Team long braids. Wow. Uche, we have to renegotiate the terms and conditions of this our relationship. Something's going on. Yes, yes, Mr. Eteng, echoing what I said, except you have a work offer from a Canadian employer, then you get a work visa. Yes. Can I talk about how different my jobs have been? Like different from how it was in Nigeria? Is that what you mean? Okay, so how different has my job been here? I worked, the last job that I had in Nigeria before I moved was in HR. I'm working in HR now. So I'm now finally navigating my way back to what I was doing back in Nigeria. How different is it? So for me, when it comes to things like work culture, it's not a lot different because the organization that I worked in Nigeria was like a multinational organization where we did like first name basis. And so we already had that chill, laid back kind of work culture. The work politics is different here actually. In Nigeria, it's more aggressive, more pace. But here there's politics, but it's a little more laid back. And then the work in itself is not as aggressive here as it will be in Nigeria. You're not allowed to work until you drop down and die. You're not confined to the office until your boss leaves. When it's 5 o'clock, in the middle of something, you can carry your bag and go home. That's it. For some people who close earlier than that, when it's that, like it's okay for you to take your bag and go home. But in Nigeria, when something is wrong, that's not when you want to carry your bag and say because work is over, you want to go home. And then HR here is so much more different because there are labor laws in Canada that work. The labor laws here work. The employees have rights that they are aware of. But in Nigeria, it's almost like the employees are the mercy of the employer. In Canada, it's not like it's not there, but the employee is protected. There are laws that protect them. So just understanding that transition and adjusting to this new way of doing things, that's the part I would say is different. But overall, the volume of the work, the quality of the work is, maybe that's just me because for me, I've always liked to do things excellently. So regardless of where I am, I want to give it 110%. So it's not much of a shocker adjustment for me. I'm hoping that that's what you meant. But if not, please indicate in the comment section what you mean and I would go over it. Oh, there are people who can travel to Canada without visa. All they need is just an ETA, like people who have the European passport. Okay, that's more context now. So if you're a citizen of a country where you are exempt from having a visa to land in Canada, then yes, I think you can land. But as far if you can now apply for a job, and being able to land without a visa is different from being able to legally work in the country. Right, I'll have to look into what the laws are like for people who are Europeans, because I know that there are Europeans who migrate here and they have to go through the immigration process, right? If you're looking to become a permanent resident here, But to land in the country, yes, you can land and have the visa on arrival, but that doesn't mean that you are legally able to work here. So I'll have to look into that and see what the process is like, what the requirement is like for European passport holders to be able to work in Canada. Mhm. Has working from home made me more productive? I'll say yes and no. So in the beginning, when we just started working from home, when we all got shut down at the same time, because the day work shut became remote was the day school became remote. So in that first 3 months where I was working from home and doing online schooling for my children, it was tough. I did not feel like I was productive at all because it was always that constant, what do you give attention to? For my children, they had to be in school for particular durations. I had to work particular durations. So what do you give priority to part time? So between my husband and I, we had to coordinate who has a break to now jump and do schoolwork. So it was tough. Juggling that was tough. But when the children went back to school, I would say yes, things have balanced out. The craze has died down, and we've not been able to adjust to like a pattern of doing our work. So it's not as hectic, it's not as bad as it was when we were juggling school and work at the same time. So now I'll say yes. I'll say I'm more productive. I don't think I want to go back to 100% in-person work. I can going forward, if I have the option, I would stay remote, like continue working remotely. But with the kind of work that I do, there's a need for me to be present in the office on particular times, but it would I don't think it will go back to 100% working from the office. So yes, I would say the later part in the last 6 months, I would say yes, I've become very productive just being able to work from home. It didn't diminish anything. Hi, boys. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Say my my new look is baby girlish. Yeah, so thank you. I'm bringing baby girl back. So, guys, a couple of days ago, I was on a panel where they were talking about the reason why people are rushing to Canada. In this context, it was mainly Nigerians, and there was a survey that people did, and the organization did a survey, and they were trying to identify the reasons why people are migrating out of Nigeria, especially Canada. Like, what is it about Canada? Why is everybody going to Canada? And I'm curious, like, for those people who have moved from Nigeria, or the people who are in process of moving, or the people who are considering starting the process, what would you say your reason for moving is? What would you say your reason is? Because there was one particular reason that seemed to cause a bit of back and forth. Some people say insecurity was a part of the reason, was part of why they chose to leave or why they left. And some other people thought insecurity is not a valid reason for leaving Nigeria, because if it was insecurity that was the major reason why people were leaving, we would have had more people from the northern part of the country that's more that suffers more insecurity, that would have had more people migrating from there. And I want to get your thoughts on that. Like, do you guys think insecurity is a valid reason? If you have left, if you're planning to leave, was insecurity one of the reasons why you considered moving? And if you're not Nigerian and you're looking to move out of your country, what would you say your reason is? What's the major reason why you will consider leaving? So please put your answers in the comment section. Let's talk about this, because it cost a bit of thought that day, and I'm curious. Like, it seemed like we're looking at the same information, but the reasons were very different. So I'm curious, what would you say it is? Okay. Oh, I think I missed some. Oh, I've missed so many comments. Let me try and scroll back. Oh, Joel from Jamaica. Thank you very much. Jamaica. Me and my friends have had a conversation recently about about visiting Jamaica. I'm sure Mr. Eteg will say something about this. Is it possible to come with them to Canada to study? Yes, there are actually international students who have landed with their families, so that's possible. And yes, it's too late to apply for September this year. The application portal, the window opens like October and ends like January or February. So for September this year, you're already behind. How can I get my son a scholarship? Well, depend on the course, depends on the school, depends on how strong his application is, what his entrance GPA will be. There are a number of factors that influence that. Enjoy watching your videos. Oh, from Jamaica. Thank you. Look out for my email. Okay, I'll do that. I'll look out for the email. How often do you eat eba and other Nigerian delicacies? Eh? Mr. Eteng, would you like to answer that question? Every day, sir. I'm not very big on swallow, but in this house we eat predominantly Nigerian food. You guys see, every time I cook, you see what I'm cooking now. It's afang, it's okra, it's egusi, wheat. We have everything, honestly. It's just going to be more expensive than it will be in Nigeria, but I have access to everything that I eat in Nigeria. I have access to it here. Loving the hair. Thank you. Aha, I said it. Mr. Eteng was going to talk. Coming to Jamaica soon. I can't wait for the food. Yes, we'll be watching YouTube videos, watching people make jerk chicken, roast like a full pig, and things like that. We've been talking about it. So that's in the works. How do I cope with reprimanding my children, looking at the fact that my parents flogged me? My parents beat Shaggy. They literally flogged demons out of my life. How do I cope with reprimanding my children? Like, do you mean not flogging them? Because I've shared a video. My husband and I did a video on how we discipline our children. Flogging is not recommended in Canada. It's not the go-to method of discipline. In some cases, when we were landing here, there was this program we did, like pre-arrival services, and it was one of the things that the counselors kept hammering on, like, Canada does not allow you to hit your children. You can't do that. Like, you can't do that. But here, there's the debate that it only has to be abuse before you can go to jail for hitting your children. And then my question is, who determines what is abuse? How do you know where to stop? For you, you might just be doing discipline, but to the government, it might be abuse. But how do you explain it? So the best way is just to stay clear from the things that they say don't do. So you might want to check out that video my husband and I did. It's a 2-part video, how we discipline our children, just understanding what works for them, understanding the language that our children understand, and curate our discipline along those lines. So that's what we're doing. What do I miss about Nigeria? What do I miss about Nigeria? First thing is our weather. That's our summer weather all year round that I always used to complain about. Several times I've apologized. Sorry, forgive me for all the times I complained it was too hot. I would take the Nigerian weather over what it is in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan weather is so hard to predict. We know it's cold, but you can have 16 degrees today and tomorrow you have a blizzard. Like, how? How do you go from one extreme to another extreme in 24 hours? It happened this last week. On Monday, we had, which day? I think it was Sunday or Monday, we had like 16 or 17 degrees. The next day, our backyard was covered with snow, blizzard, So it's just that the uncertainty, the speed at which the weather changes, it just switches up on you like that. That part I don't really like. It's too much. The weather in Nigeria, one thing I miss. And then I miss street food. I miss being able to just go across the road and buy a akara from the junction, or you're cooking, you forget something, you go across the street and just buy from the malam or whoever, mama, somebody that has a shop across the gate from your house. But here, you want to buy something, you have to go into proper shops. There's nothing on the street. Nobody hawks anything. You cannot just come out from your house and buy like a Sarah and go back inside. No gala, no nothing. Just everything is in a shop. Yes, I miss street food. I just miss our parties. I miss the Niger parties. I miss the entire Niger vibe. There's a vibe, that's Niger hustle, bustle, craziness. I never thought a day would come where I would say I miss that, but I actually do. It can get a bit quiet and just straightforward here and very how do you explain it? It just becomes like a routine. Everything is routine. You go from here to here to here to here, and that's it. I miss that, the spontaneity. That's Niger, average Niger madness. I miss those things. If you're to close by 9 p.m., it can turn to past 10. Oh yes, the work in Nigeria, if you there's no your closing time is at the mercy of your employer. That's quite different here. Because if you make the employees work beyond the normal closing time, you are expected to pay overtime pay. And overtime pay is like time and a half. So if you make normally $10 an hour, for overtime, it will be $10 plus half of $10. So time and half, almost double what you would have paid for for regular hours. So employers try not to, they stay away from it, or you have to pay. Good to have you here. Hi, Miye. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Love my hair. Thank you. Nazal say Marina edition. Nice. It's okay. Thanks, Jane. Okay, I didn't see what Jane said, but thanks, Jane. Exactly. We have a friend in Jamaica. I'm thinking what you're thinking, darling. We're in it together. What are the requirements for European passport holders to migrate to Canada? I think is this the express entry profile is not for people from particular countries. It's like an all-round template for anybody who wants to migrate to Canada. So the express entry, I would say that's where you start from, depending on what your qualification and education is. That's what will determine what you qualify for and what your points come to. And if you have a competitive enough CRS score, of course, you will get nominated to apply. Sorry. Dekunle, your videos have helped me a lot. Thank you so much. Oh, I skipped your question, Ebo. I'm sorry. You wanted me to address what could lead to declined application for SIMP. Well, SIMP, if you provide false information and they're able to figure that out, then you can get declined. Say you apply for the wrong NOC, or when you now send in your application, your job description does not match the NOC you applied for. There are a number of factors. Misrepresentation, you submit documents that are incomplete or inaccurate, or you forge information, or you falsify anything just to give yourself undue advantage in the process. The IRCC has a way of smoking those things out, and it can lead to a decline. There are a number of other factors, like just these ones are like the major ones: not submitting on time, insufficient funds, and things like that. They need to submit to apply legally from their country. Oh, Egbo, I think you're talking about the European passport to get a job. Application can be submitted inland. Okay, that's information I'm finding on myself. Can the teaching license process be completed while still in Nigeria? So no, that particular video talked about what the process is like for permanent residents, for foreign trained teachers who are permanent residents or citizens in Canada. To find out if you can complete it from your home country, I put the link, the contact information of the Saskatchewan Teachers Licensing Board in the description box of that video. It might help to contact them to find out what your options are from your country. But I don't know if you can go through that licensing process from your home country, because the whole idea is you're going through that process to be licensed to practice in Saskatchewan. So it's not something you can do. So when you complete it from your home country, does it automatically give you legal right to work in Canada? No. So you must already have the legal status in Canada before you go through that licensing process. So I doubt that you can do that from your home country, but it might help to send a message just to double check what your options are. If you had to move from Saskatoon, which city and province in Canada would you consider? Thank you, darling, for setting me up. Well, initially, the initial idea when we first moved here was that we were going to stay in Saskatchewan for 6 months to 12 months, and then we would go to Mississauga. So supposed to be Mississauga in Ontario, but we realized that we did not do proper research. Like, what's the reason why we wanted Mississauga? It was just because we liked the way the name sounds, and Ontario was where everybody was going. So right now, I don't know if I would consider Mississauga, but the other place that I think I like and I would consider if I ever had to move out of Saskatoon would be Edmonton in Alberta. So yeah, Jamo, here we go, of course. I know you enjoy the food, the beaches, the music. Yes, when I was a kid, I watched a couple of Jamaican movies where there was a lot of singing, and I totally fell in love with that. The music, the dancing. Oh, yeah, we can't wait to visit. You like me to talk about the opportunities for people who have European passports? Okay, I'm going to write that down right now and add it to the things to talk about. I'll look into that, check the options available, and bring a video talking about it. Good to know I've adjusted to working from home. Yes, I have, and I'm glad. Right? You don't think you want to go back to working out of home? It's going to be a tough adjustment going back. I feel like I'm behind on the questions. Oh my God, I'm behind on the questions. I'm trying to scroll back to see. Yes, okay. So insecurity is a valid reason. And please, if I miss your question, please just put it in the comment section again, just so I don't. Wow, I've missed so many questions. Better education for my kids, yes, very valid reason. Well, I've been here 5 years and I've not paid school fees in 5 years. It comes out of my taxes indirectly, but I'm happy to pay it like that. Better education, very valid reason. With regards to HR certification, what will be the next stage if you already have MSc in HR? So it will depend on the province that you're in. The CPHR has member associations in different provinces. If you already have an MSc, there's still a pathway for you, right? So instead of doing work experience for maybe 5 years, your work experience will now be cut down to like 3 years if you already have an MSc, but you still have to have work experience in HR that will be validated. Okay, it must be HR work experience that revolves around the 9 core functional areas of HR in Canada. So you need to for you to get the CPHR designation. And if you have certifications from other bodies that you can convert to CPHR, it would knock off some of those steps for you. So if it's Saskatchewan, you want to take a look at the CPHR Saskatchewan website. I'm very sure because I'm on this pathway myself, not MSc, but on the road to CPHR. So I know that with MSc, you need at least, I think, about 3 years of experience. If you validate your experience of 3 years, then you would qualify to get the full designation. Better future for my children, yes, very valid. The uncertainty of the system and the economy, insecurity, better reward for intellect. Bam. I could now put that better reward for intellect, where the quality of your work, the skills that you bring to the table actually counts and not what your surname is or what your local government of origin is. Brighter prospects. Yes, very, 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 very valid point. So insecurity is a thing. Okay. That's coming up now a number of times. A working environment is key, yes. Canada is peaceful, and as a citizen, you can visit over 180 countries of the world without visa. Not forgetting the fact that we don't know what the future holds for our children here in Nigeria. Tina, I totally agree with you. Like the uncertainty for me, I think was the major reason why I considered. I don't know if I've told you guys, but I had a hard time leaving Nigeria. Like I gave my husband a difficult time when he first brought up this idea of moving out of Nigeria. I'm like, lie, not me. Count me out. Can't do. Where I started to look at the idea again was after I had both my children. Like maybe I'm going to do a story time and talk about the deliveries, the processes where were not, especially for my first child, like it was not fun at all. Like imagine me, first time mom, going to the hospital, I'm in labor, and I told the doctor, like, I think I'm in labor, and the doctor says, "Is this your first child?" I say, "Yes." No, the next thing doctor said, say, "Hey, whoa." And I'm like, okay, so this is the day I'm going to die. Like when the doctor says, "Hey, whoa," it means I'm in for trouble. As simple, as small as that thing was, it haunted me. It became like it went to a full-blown, like traumatic experience. That particular doctor, God is watching you with 3D. I know he didn't mean it in a bad way, but that thing haunted me and it affected the overall experience. Like after delivery was scary, very scary. So the uncertainty, just knowing that a doctor can do that and get away because there's no accountability, can be hard. So I agree with you, Tina. I'm trying to think, distracted by your beautiful new look. Ooh, thanks. Thank you. Better quality of life, yes, I can tell you for a fact that it's better quality of life. There's better value for human life here. Insecurity is valid because most people from the West and the East have lost family members to kidnapping. Exactly. That's where that conversation eventually landed in. Because it seemed like the people who were saying insecurity is not a valid reason were thinking only the insurgency in northern Nigeria. And people were like, how about the kidnapping on the road? How about the armed robbers that come to kick down your door when you're sleeping at night? How do you not consider that is insecurity? For me, I was very confused because I thought insecurity was like a combination of everything. But just to have somebody say because it's not Boko Haram or bandits or headsmen or this, then it's not insecurity. I felt a bit taken aback by that. That's why I say, let me ask, or maybe it's me that does not understand English. Insecurity is not the reason I'm planning. It's not the reason I'm planning to leave. It's the opportunity to help me start over again. Yes, very valid. I believe insecurity can be a main reason depending on what surrounds the insecurity. That's also correct. My major reason is a secured future for my children, acquiring better education in a system that works. Emphasis on system that works. You're right. Hi, Marina, you look lovely. Thank you. I intend to leave because of the poor system here. Imagine the former organization I owed me 7 months' salary. Is it corruption, traffic pass? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, you guys, do you know the reason why something like this can't happen here? Because everything depends on everything. If your employer does not pay you, it means you cannot pay for power, you can't pay for water, you can't pay for insurance, you can't pay your mortgage. So everything else is going to be affected. If people can't pay their phone bills, those utilities, the mortgage, the banks are losing money, the power companies are losing their revenue. Everything why the system is set up in a way that an employer cannot afford not to pay salaries when they should pay it because the system works. Those things are just basic, and the system is set up in such a way that most of the things you have and can access revolves around your income. It's good and it's bad because now a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. In fact, they say for every $1 the average Canadian has made, they have spent $1.67. Or Uche or Mr. Eteng, help me please. So it just seems like people are living paycheck to paycheck. So nobody has the extra to be able to afford missing one paycheck. Everything's going to shut down. That's the reason why that can happen here. The system is a lot more organized. I'm so sorry to hear that 7 months without salary must have been hard. Most common reasons for, decline in SIMP, proof of funds, inability to provide evidence to ties in the province. Yes, that's if you're claiming that you have a relative. So correct. Thank you, Uche. The name on my wife's international passport is my surname. Requesting for West evaluation of results and the name on academic transcript does not tally with international passport. How can I handle? They know that people will marry now. I think if there's a need for you to write additional, like a letter of explanation, just adding the marriage certificate. If you have the newspaper, what they call it, publication or the gazette where the change of name was done, you can just add it. I think that's an easy fix. Because the names that we had in school can't be the names we had if the person is married and they took on the spouse's name. So a letter of explanation with a copy of your marriage certificate and newspaper publication can easily fix that. The opportunities that abound in Canada is a major reason. Absolutely. The opportunities are here. But what I've found is that it doesn't get handed to you. They are available, but you still have to work for them. They are available, but you still have to do the work to be able to access the opportunities. But the opportunities show are there. The system working there in Canada, but for Nigeria, it's as good as dead. Sad, but true. Moving from SA to Canada, mostly for security and safety. Okay. Swallow is necessary, of course. Hi from Nairobi. Okay, I want to sponsor my wife for 1 year course, then we join her. Advice, 2 or 1 year. Will I be able to pay her fees balance once I join her and start working through open work permit? Well, first of all, the duration of the course is what's going to determine how long the postgraduate work permit she'll be able to access when she's done. So that's something to consider. For 1 year courses, you'll only be able to access 1 year postgraduate work permit. It's just going to be a lot more pressure if it's 1 year. With 2 year course, if you're doing it in a school that's eligible for the postgraduate work permit, then you can access up to 3 years postgraduate work permit. Would you be able to pay her fees once you join her? It will depend on the school. Do they allow payment plans? Do they allow you to pay only a portion of your tuition first, or are you required to pay everything? So factors depend on the school, the course, and yeah. The reason I left 21 years ago was I won't be able to care for my immediate family members, not talk of extension. I totally agree, Egbon. Totally agree with you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Employers overwork you and still pay you peanuts. System is whack. Sarah, I agree. Couldn't agree. Couldn't agree more. My top 3 reasons: better life for the kids, access to medical services, better working environment. Very, very valid. Yes. Absolutely, Daniel. That was another question that came up. Like we're saying, it should have been people who are in the insurgency area that should have been migrating, but with what education, with what work experience, do they have the funds? Somebody even now said they are just not migrating to Canada. They are in Chad and Niger republics and camps in those in on the borders. And I'm like, but yeah, if you want to look at it, that's true. That's true. There's always the fear of the unknown. Yes, they don't have the ability. If they could afford to, if they had the education, the experience, maybe we will see more. Totally agree with you. Would you advise parents to enroll their kids in public or private schools? Like, how much are you coming with? First of all, private schools are expensive. Public schools are free. Public can be Catholic and public. My children are in a Catholic school, but it's open to the public. Private schools are not free, but it's going to depend on preference. If you have specific needs, the specific kind of private schools you want to go to, and you can afford it, why not? How long is the wait period now for express entry? I have no idea. With COVID, everything has slowed down, like totally, totally. All the IRCC procedures, even for people inside Canada, they're experiencing delays right now. I know people who applied for citizenship way before we did. They haven't taken their test till now. So we don't know. There's no way to judge. It's just when we hear, we hear. So sad, but I can't speak to that. I need swallow to deal with the winter, of course. Hi from Nairobi. Okay, I've read that. Not insecurity per se, better quality of life for my family, system that works, where your genuine effort and resourcefulness are noticed and appreciated. Absolutely. Looking good. Thank you. In Germany, we get 30 days paid holiday in a year. How many do you guys get in Canada? I think it depends on, for entry level, most times is it 15 or 20 days? Depending on the employer. Some people do standard 15 days paid holiday a year. And then as you rise, depending on the number of years you have stayed in the organization, it starts to rise. So there are some people who get up to 6 weeks paid holiday in the year. Some people get more, depending on how long you have stayed there. I've skipped your question twice. Ebu, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll try to scroll. Or can you put it again so I'll see it at the bottom? Because going back, it feels like the comments are mixed and it's hard. It's a bit hard to keep up. Sorry. Street food, right, Barbara? I miss street food too. Is it advisable for my spouse to accompany me to Canada as an international student and take care of my kids while I'm studying? Yes, but you will just have to prove that will take you back to your home country when you're done. If your spouse is with you, your children are with you, do you have a business, do you have landed property, you need to be able to establish that you have other ties in your home country that will get you to leave when you're done. If you're able to do that, then you should be able to. The weather is something I miss and the community culture, absolutely. But for me, I would say what I'm trying now, like depending on where you are, you can actually replicate community because community is people, right? If you're able to rebuild like your support system, it becomes your own community. Like one of my friends will say, we're building our own little village here. And I'll say it's something that I'm working towards and I'm coming close to replicating what I had back in Nigeria. So salary will be deducted and over time they don't send you. That's sad. I did, patience. I finally made the hair. Jay, you're packing your bag. Please pack for two. Okay, I've answered that question. Well, yes, extra steps is deducted. I've never worked in retail, so I don't really understand those check-in, check-out time, but you will be paid over time if you work um more than your required hours. What are the chances of Nigerian nurses? Like I said, I'm putting together information on social workers and nursing. I'll be bringing that soon, so please look out for it. Crime rates, better quality of life. Okay, I'm guessing that's the reason why you're moving. Hi, Oge, welcome. Happy birthday, Oge. Happy birthday. Oge is one of my number one supporters, my Saskatoon squad. Thank you so much for all the support, girls. Happy birthday. You guys, please help me tell Oge happy birthday in the comment section. If you check all my videos, you'll see Oge there. And it's not just her comments are always correct, like her contributions are always so valid. So please help me tell Oge happy birthday in the comment section. Oh, extra Cecile, thank you very much. Thank you so much. How's security in Saskatchewan? Well, it depends. Some places are more the kind of crime that you see in Saskatchewan are petty crimes, like they stole this from this car. It's not I've not heard a number of I've not heard a lot of, oh, somebody broke into your house to rob. Like that's extreme. It's extreme. It's just people, you forget to lock your car, you not come back, they have ransacked the car, they have taken things, or you leave something outside, somebody takes it. It's there's just pockets of petty crime here and there. Okay, which other question am I missing? Shay, I should be drinking water. I have water here. Please, you guys do well to like the video. Thank you, Mama IJ, for reminding me. Like the video. How many of us are? I have 123 people live, 56 likes. So please hit the like button. Thank you. Encourage me. Thank you. What's the best route to Saskatchewan, PMP or school? How much money do you have? If you can afford international tuition, go through school. If you have enough points and enough support documentation, then provincial nomination might help. For me, I advise people to try provincial nomination first because it's cheaper than international tuition. Really, if you can avoid international tuition, I'll say avoid because it's like times three what domestic students will pay. And if you can avoid that, please avoid it. Why do I prefer Edmonton to Ontario? I just feel like Edmonton is not as populated as Ontario. I don't like that rowdy. I feel like Ontario is too rowdy. I feel like it's too, maybe it's just me and it's Toronto I'm thinking about, but I just feel like Edmonton is the middle ground. Alberta is the middle ground between Ontario and the other smaller provinces. So I don't know, maybe sentimental attachment as well, but that's why I've skipped some questions. If I skipped your questions, please just put it at the bottom so I can see it. Community is not a big deal. You can always replicate it. That's true. But you cannot replicate Nigerian vibes. Absolutely true as well. Take, for example, the vibe in Nigerian churches. You can't beat that. Nigeria is pure vibes. I totally agree. Nigerian church is unrivaled. Yes. If one gets provincial nomination, is the fee only for the provincial, the applicant, or for both? I think it's indicated there who should pay the principal applicant and then the supporting. Please, if any of you has done provincial nomination and you know the answer to this question, please leave it in the comment section. I just would hate to mislead you, but I don't applicant because I remember we paid for everybody. I was not the principal applicant, so there's always a fee that covers everybody else. What if one child is sick and you're not able to go to work because of that? How do you settle that with your boss? It totally depends on your boss. Like there's family leave, there's a provision for that where you can take those days if you have family emergencies and you will need that time off. So it depends on the employer, it depends on who your supervisor is. Like for me, if I have a sick child, it's not a big deal. I can talk to my boss and say, I have a sick child, I can't be at work today. They will not force you to come to work when you have sick kids. Because at the end of the day, the employer wants you to bring your whole self to work, right? They want you to be able to concentrate fully when you're doing your work. And if you have distractions, major distractions like that, it will interfere with work. So employers typically make provision for that. Okay. Oh man, I've missed so many questions. I can't see. They're scrolling so fast. I feel like when I now scroll, I scroll past and I miss. It will come to pass. Chat if you need help on arrival, like free airport pickup. She knows how to reach me and it's free. Okay, I didn't see what Philo said, but Uche is offering free airport pickup if you need it on arrival. That's amazing. I didn't see what you said, Philo. Well, thank you so much. I'll email her. Okay, I'll look out for your email. And Jay can make hot jollof on arrival for free. What did you say? Like I'm missing something. Hi, Faith. Welcome. I knew you. Welcome. Do I have any information on Vancouver, BC? Is there specific information you're looking for? How much will a family of 3 need to look? Oh, nah, I don't have the answer to this question. Sorry, you have to check. The IRCC website has the breakdown of what the proof of funds should be depending on your family size. So please do also check that out. I don't want to tell you what's wrong. I just remember to say congrats on getting your citizenship. Thank you very much. What happens if there's a reason for one to change mortgage, like move from one apartment to another? How is it reconciled? So mortgage is usually done in terms, like you sign like a 3-year term or a 5-year term. If you break the mortgage before the term is up, there are penalties. But after the term, if you decide that you want to move to another house, there's a way mortgage is consolidated. Uche, please help me here. Please help me with this one. Like, how do you reconcile mortgage? Which is the guru? You can provide some information there. Can one do a master's with 2 MSc? So I would say yes. Master's education does not. It's not only based on your class of degree. It's on what your entrance average is. So, for instance, if your 300 and your 400 level were your strongest years in the university, it adds up to give you like a high entrance average. If that's what's happening, you might have 2-2, but you have a high entrance average. So it depends on what were the strong years in your master's education, because you of us considers the last 2 years, which is like the last 60 credits worth of work, which can be equivalent to 2 years. So if your last 2 years were your strongest years, then yes, you can. It's not, they don't consider your class of degree first, it's your entrance average. Thank you, Jane. Salivating already. Okay. Scholar, sorry, you don't have a relative there to give me extra points. Sorry, it's just what it is. Thanks for, yeah, you're welcome. When is University of Saskatchewan starting admission? What do you mean? Like the application cycle is open from October to like mid-February, I believe. So that's the duration within which you should send in an application. Right now, I'm so happy. So much love from Jane and Uche. Absolutely correct people like this. Oh. Crypto time from Benin City, Edo State. Yay! Welcome, 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 my people. Did I tell you guys I was born in Benin? Yes, I grew up in Benin. I landed Saskatoon a few days ago. I need that free jollof. Send me an email. I'll hook you up. You guys are not blasting me the kind of questions I thought you asked me today. Everybody's interested in migration. Okay. It's all right. What are the chances of migrating to the States from Canada? Are there people who follow this route? From Canada as what? Do you know that as a Canadian permanent resident, you can actually work in the US? As a Canadian citizen, you can actually be a Canadian citizen and work in the US. You can. There's a trade agreement between Canada, US, and Mexico, the North American. They've changed the name now. It used to be called NAFTA. But it has a new name now. Donald Trump gave it a new name when they renegotiated the agreement. So migrate from Canada to the US. Do you have to? You can. What do you need to assess there that you? I don't know if I'm rambling, but being a permanent resident or Canadian citizen gives you access to some things already in the US. So except you want to really just drop Canada and move to the US, then you have to check what that process is like, migrating to the US as a Canadian PR or a citizen. Can I come to Canada as a visitor and stay as what? Depending on what? Did you get a job? Did you go to school? You can only do school if you're taking a course that's 6 months and shorter as a visitor in Canada. And with that, I don't even know if you can access the post-grad work permit. You can come as a visitor and find a way to convert your status, but to just stay like that, that's not legal. Are teachers well paid in Canada? I don't think teachers are well paid anywhere in the world. Like teachers should earn a lot more money than they make everywhere in the world, but their compensation, I would say, is fair. I know that from time to time they have had issues where teachers complain about not getting enough. Not like they are poorly paid, but it can be a lot better. It can be a lot better than it is right now. Excellent teacher. My skin is dripping. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is it 2 years to land when you get your PR? You can have up to 2 years to land. No, I can categorically years. I know that most times they try to tally it to match with when your medical examination expires, and it's usually. Can everybody hear me? Okay. So no, you don't. It doesn't take up to 2 years to land. You must land before the PR visa that is stamped on your passport expires, and it's never up to 2 years. How much is Maggie in Saskatoon? Okay. You're very funny, sis. You know be your house and they come buy Maggie. Now you supposed to dey tell us wholesale price, if resale price. Aaron Kus, my sister, welcome, sis. When you're homesick, what do you do? Sometimes I cry. Let me just be honest with you. Sometimes it's hard. I cry. And the reason why I cry is when I get overwhelmed, just thinking about home and thinking about my parents who are no longer with us. It gets hard. It gets hard. And then when I'm not crying, I get on FaceTime with the people that I miss, my sisters, my friends. I just, yeah, try to find a way to bridge that disconnect. I find that when I get homesick is when I get overwhelmed, when I'm doing so much here and I just feel like, I need to breathe. So yeah, I cry sometimes and then just go on the phone. Okay, yeah, so you guys can hear me. I was getting a notification that my internet was a bit shaky. That's why. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Aha, NAFTA is now known as United States Mexico Canada Agreement. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Okay, I've reached the end. Let me try to scroll back up and see if I missed any questions. If I missed your question, please put it again. Let's put it back there. Let's see. So much. Please don't forget to thumbs up the video. Please don't forget to thumbs up the video. Don't forget that. Keep the questions coming. If you have more questions, please go ahead. Am I going to do a YouTube video? If I ever am in the same room with my family members again, you guys are going to hear it on this YouTube. Because you will watch back to back me and my crazy family. When I tell you that we are not well in our family, you see what I mean. Absolutely. If I'm ever in a place where my siblings and I are in the same place, of course, I will. What's the job prospect for a professional chef in Canada? Professional chef. Who's a professional chef on the call? If you're in Canada and you're a chef and please let me know. I know that there are people who cater, who cook from their houses and sell, and that's a growing business in Saskatoon. I know a lot of people who cook from home, and it can be lucrative. But as a professional chef, I'm not sure. Is it necessary to take loads of Nigerian food when coming? So I cooked afang. Yes, if you can, by all means do, because Nigerian food, African food can be expensive in Canada. So take as much as you are allowed to. There are some things you can't bring, like you can't bring fresh stuff, you can't bring meat products into North America. But whatever it is that you are allowed to take, I would say if you can bring it. How do singles mingle? What social activities are available? I think it totally depends on what you like, because if you're a couch potato like me, you never leave your house. It's my friends now that are teaching me how to go out and how do singles mingle? This is a very valid question. I had somebody reach out to me recently, and she has this outfit where she's connecting professionals. So it's like matchmaking, bringing professionals to the same room where they can they can, yeah, just to check if you're compatible, almost like a matchmaking service. I just don't know how to fit that into my channel. But if this is a need, I will definitely go back and revisit how I can partner with that person to provide some of this information, because it's a very valid concern. Like when people say there are no husbands in Canada, I totally kind of to an extent understand how it can be, but yeah, how do singles really mingle? I don't know. I came here with my husband, so I didn't have to really go through all that. But from what I hear on social media, it seems like it's a big thing. Like singles are wondering, where do we meet these people? Social activities totally depends what you like, and the kind of activities that you're looking for. Saskatoon doesn't have a lot of options, so let me not lie. There are things that are happening that maybe I'm the one who's not aware of, but it just seems like if it's not kid friendly, I'm not looking at it. So I've narrowed down a lot of the things that I can do. Yes, please leave a thumbs up. Leave a thumbs up, guys. I say you should bring plenty dryer fan. Oh, yes, that's true. To be a chef, there are some food handling, food safety certifications that you must do. That's something I forgot. Thank you, my personal person, for putting that up. Principal applicant was asked to pay for biometrics some weeks ago for PR. I'm just wondering what the next stage will be. I didn't have to do biometrics when I applied, so I don't know. If you have that information, please leave it in the comment section. It's recently I started hearing that there's a part of biometrics, because I know we just did the application, and the next major thing we did was medical. So I don't remember biometrics. So I'm not sure. My sister is here and she says we're not at home. You will be at home when I have your time. Don't worry. What's the possibility of coming to Canada to give birth in this period of pandemic? Ha, sis, it go hard though. Even visitors now have a hard time landing in Canada, except it's essential. So I don't know. Just coming to give birth. Medical tourism is not as big in Canada as it is in the US. So it's not information that's readily available. Like you really have to go digging before you can find that. And I don't have access to that information. But I just know that right now, if it's not essential travel, you will have a hard time landing in Canada. How many children can you have in Canada? What's the size of your house? How many children can you take care of? The government will pay you, don't worry. So you can go ahead. Since it's only you God was talking to when he say multiply. Born the children plenty, okay? We'll bring a fan, don't worry. Can I bring frozen fresh fish? More like dry fish. You can't bring any fresh anything. Not advisable. Are there Nigerian parties? Yes, now you just have to have friends that invite you. They must invite you. They don't invite you. Sometimes they invite people. Well, yeah, people must invite you. Let me not say any bad thing, because I want them to keep inviting me, please. How do you meet people? How do your kids make friends? From school. From school, from daycare. First set of friends I made were parents of the children and my children got along with. So it's from school, it's from daycare, it's from church for us. Yeah. Yeah, with COVID restrictions, no parties right now. Is it easy to make your hair, or is it advisable to come with low cut? Well, it depends on your preference, actually. Some people find low cuts more convenient, like me, but now they're threatening me here. They say I shouldn't cut the hair again. So we're looking. What's my best advice if someone has the opportunity to do masters in the US and is also qualified for express entry? What's the best to go for? Personal preference. Like, what do you want? What's the long term picture? Which one fits more with your long term goals? That's what I'll say go for. As a registered midwife, do I have the opportunity to work and reside in Canada? Yes, it depends on how you come, but you're going to have to go through like the licensing process here before you can practice. I'm in Manitoba and it's not easy finding someone. It's really difficult meeting someone. Even the dating app is not as easy as it is, right? Oh, that's sad. I really now have to go back and contact that person. Let's talk about this. It seems like there's a need here. I said my hair look like my daughter. I'm a banana. Okay, after biometrics, you wait for medicals and then they review all the documentation, including security check. Then you get the request for passports and then you land. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Ronke. So after biometric is medical. That's the one I didn't have. I didn't do biometrics. It was accepting the application, and after that, it was straight to medicals. It'll be hard to give birth in Canada now, except if the person has a medical condition, has made arrangements with a hospital in Canada. Okay, yes. Finding African salon isn't easy, except you know those who know how, and it's not free. Yes. If you go into a salon, it's not easy. There are a lot of people who do this from their homes, and that's what I did, and it's not free. You have a thought about getting a job in Vancouver with a work visa. Sorry, what's the question? Sorry, I missed that. Can you put the question again? If you can get a job in Vancouver, I'm not sure I saw it. Nigerian trained and licensed teacher, how to migrate and work. How can I send Afang and other Nigerian delegates to you for free? Oh my God. Wow. Please send me an email. Let's talk more about that. How can a licensed teacher migrate and work in Saskatchewan? Well, like I said, that video I did on the teacher's licensing is for people who are already here. For what it will be like for you from your home country, you will need to check the licensing board and see what the options are. There are some groups solely for singles. I know one of such group exclusive for single Nigerians in diaspora. They are seriously looking for partners. Uche, you have to hook me up with this. We have to talk more about this just to be sure that we are connecting our people appropriately. Please, I want to attend wedding here. I've never attended a wedding in Saskatoon, so please. Work permit applying from outside Canada, particularly in this. You guys, that's a long shot right now. It's very hard to get a job from outside Canada. See, you have to be in a profession that is highly sought after, that is difficult to fill in Canada. That's why employers will look to employing from overseas. And it seems like this is one area that the people who are scamming people are really, really using to collect people's monies. It is hard. I'm not going to lie to you, it's hard. The chances right now, especially with COVID, are even slimmer for you to get a job from outside Canada because a lot of people lost their jobs here. They have to cater to those people first. Canada will look after Canadian citizens, permanent residents first before they look outside for jobs. So right now it's slim. I'm not even going to quote it. It's hard. Yes, okay. Happy birthday again. If you have visited prior and had biometric done before, you don't need any biometric as it's good for 10 years. No, but I've not visited Canada before that. And they didn't ask us, right? Yes, do you remember? Did we have to do biometrics? I'm very sure we didn't. Kids are first to adapt and make friends. So your kids are the ones to even connect you to some of your friends. Absolutely. They'll make friends first, and then the parents will now connect because of the children. How long does this relocation thing take? My sister, it's hard to tell with all the backlog from COVID. With all the backlog from COVID, I hear that the processing times have been updated. So depending on the kind that you're doing, the IRCC have updated their website to talk about what the processing timelines are. If someone has a valid Canadian visa, you can't be allowed to come and give birth. If it's a visiting visa, you may not be able to right now because they are only admitting people essential travel and PRs and citizens who are coming back into the country. I don't know if visitors are even coming in right now. I'm not very sure about that. What secondary schools are your best bets for family with 3 children going into junior secondary 1? What would that be? What's the equivalent here? Grade what? Do you know? Congratulations on 10K service. Thank you guys so much. Please answer my question about dentists. I'm sorry I missed that. Can you put it again or scroll back up to find it? It depends. Yeah, it depends. No definite timelines with COVID. Will you be my sugar mommy? Of course, baby. Hit me up. That's my sister, you guys. You look beautiful. Thank you. How much does it take to get something like this in Canada? My hair, so yeah, I mentioned earlier, I paid $100 to get this done, and that's excluding the extension. So yeah, it will be in that range. If it's smaller, depending on the style, it can range from $100 upwards. Some style be 70 to $80, but this one was about 200. Let me try and scroll up and see the questions that I missed about dentists. I don't think I saw that question. Wow. You guys have been here almost an hour and a half, and I said I was going to do this for an hour. So we can do 30 more minutes before we get off. Please don't forget to thumbs up the video, guys. Some of you have still not liked it. Please help me. Please, the question about dentists, can you put it again? I'll look for it. I'm trying to scroll back up, but I can't see it. You don't want sugar zaddy. Yeah, grade 7 to 9. The schools in Canada, I've talked about the education system in Saskatchewan, and you see there's no difference. Their curriculum is the same. Their curriculum is the same. They follow the same timeline, same everything. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to put one above the other. Yes, those IT, cybersecurities, those highly sought after professions is work, and those are the people that get jobs from outside Canada. But for regular professions like banking, admin, HR, it'll be hard. How easy is it for a newcomer to get accommodation in Saskatoon? It's not hard. For us, we didn't have such a hard time getting accommodation. There are property managers that are immigrant friendly. They understand that people are new, but most times they require you to have like somebody who will be like a guarantor for you. Most times when you don't have that, then you might be required to pay um multiple months of your rent at once. You might pay like a couple of months upfront before you're able to get a job, but it's not as hard as it is in other places. What do dentists have to do in order to continue their career in Canada? Okay, so I'm write this down. This is another profession that I'll look into and see what the licensing process is. But dentistry is like it's that's like a branch of medicine. So there are definitely exams that you will need to write. You will not just come and continue like that. You have to go through the, it's a regulated profession, so you have to go through the certification process. I'm going to look into that and talk about it. Question about gift deed. I'm sorry if I missed the question. Just put the question again, okay, please. Yes, yes, Ronke, thank you very much. Very valid. Kids are admitted based on the age. You know, in Nigeria, sometimes a child of 9 or 10 can get into secondary school. Here, it has to be age based. So you have to be, I think, 6 years to get into grade one. So they'll grade it like that. And depending on the age of the child, they'll put them in the grade that is corresponding to the age and how it should be. How easy is it to start your own business in Canada? It depends on the kind of business. There are a lot of sole proprietors who register their business for as low as what, maybe $60. I know in Saskatchewan, because I've looked into it, it's about $60 to register a business for the registration fee. If there are other fees you pay, I'll have to look into that. But depends on the kind of business. The most common one is sole proprietorship, and it depends on what you're doing. For people who are cooking or baking or making hair or things like that out of their houses, they register those businesses so that they can file taxes for the businesses and claim benefits of the businesses. But I don't think it's not a difficult process from what I hear and what I see. How long does it take to get the CPHR certification for somebody with no much experience and a diploma in HR? You have to have something. You have to have HR education or HR experience to be able to even join the pathway to get certified. If you have no HR experience, no HR education, and you are starting the education, depending on the kind of education you're taking, it can range, experience you need can range anywhere from 3 years to 8 years to get the certification. Thank you. Love your new hair. Thank you so much. My university added a name to my degree certificate. Name isn't on any of my documents, and since my primary school, apart from birth certificate, would this pose a problem? So the name that is on your university certificate is also on your birth certificate. Is that what you mean? If you're justify that you're the same person, show documentation to show it's the same person, that should be an easy fix. Where is Speed Addict? Is here, sir. Mr. Wilfred Eteng is right here. He has been here from the beginning. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I am so happy you guys are here. I thought this was going to be awkward, like nobody will say anything, and I'll just be here staring at my computer and talking to myself. But thank you so much for all the questions and how interactive this has been. And for those of you who are providing answers to the question you see, you guys are my real MVPs. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all so, so much. Okay, I'm just scrolling back to make sure I didn't miss any questions. What kind of outdoor activities are available to kids since almost snowy all year round? Like they had a lot of winter sports that people can do. Children still play soccer. Hockey is a big thing here, and then they go sledding from the hills, like in Saskatchewan, or I think in Canada, it's called tobogganing, where they go like on a snow hill, get on a sled and slide down. There are a number of winter activities. people can do. But for me, I'm not big on doing things outdoors in the cold, so it'll be hard. It'll be hard to get me to come out of my house in winter. Hey, Mr. Egbon, Mr. Wilfred is representing. Oh, yeah, take this for lunch. Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you so much. I enjoy your videos. They're so educating and informative. Looking forward to seeing you in Canada. Thank you so much, Adiola. I appreciate that. I just jumped in, see Mama's fine here. Yes, so thank you, thank you. Thank you, welcome, welcome. Greetings from Benin. Welcome, Oteme. Abi, is it Oteme? No, is it Okpea or Oku? I can't tell. Crypto time. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Well, gradually. Am I feeling better? Yes, I'm feeling so much better, guys. That break was needed. It was really needed. All of you told my husband to take away all my YouTube things and he should not allow me do YouTube. So of course, oh, it's Oteme Nokpea. Oh, welcome, welcome. So yes, I feel better. Margaret says, if I've worked as senior accountant 5.7 years, assistant manager, corporate planning, risk manager, all same employer, what would my correct NOC be? Egbon, David, please can I pass that question over to you? This is so outside what I know. Maybe I can connect both of you. I know that that's right up your alley, and you have more information on express entry and NOCs right now. So can I pass that to you, please? As in, immigration people hijacked our life. Honestly, I agree. The next one, because this is the first one, and that's what I've become known for, to talk about Canada. It's true. The next one, we're not going to answer any Canada-related question. We're going to talk about me. Just talk about Marina life in. Can we talk about me and not talk about life in Canada? It's hard, sis. Sis, ask your own questions. Let's hijack it back from them. Okay, you have two middle names. One is on my birth certificate and the other is on all other documents, including my international passport. Would that be a problem? If you're, how do I, you have two middle names. One is on your birth certificate. So how did the other one get on your document? You would need to be able to write a letter to justify and explain what's happening. But then if you provide documentation or proof to show that you are the same person, then whatever it is you have, then you have to add it. But I don't think it's a problem. As far as your, most times, first name, last name, yeah, that will work. But you will need extra proof to show is you. Please, yes, so Bishop Busayo, we'll have to beg them to do FSW draw. Like, I don't understand. Nobody saw this one coming at all. Like, IRCC has just been shocking us this year. They have been shocking us, honestly. First of all, CEC, they invited everybody in the pool, and then federal skilled worker was still waiting. We're praying. Me too, I'm begging them, because I have too many people who are stuck back in Nigeria. Some people have gotten their COPRs, can't land. We don't know what's happening. Yeah, snow playing and skating are lovely. Yeah, you have to keep up, it's true. Express entry needs to show proof of funds. Yes, you need proof of funds for express entry. Oh, Sarah, thank you so much. Couldn't allow poor electricity stop you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, so Nazo, expected it to happen, right? Any regrets so far since moving to Canada? My God, you just went straight for the jugular. Hard question from the start. Any regrets? Personally, I hardly have regrets, because I believe that everything has a lesson. There's a lesson in it. So I take the lesson and move past it and just think about it like, okay, the experience was supposed to teach me this. But what would I say my major regret since moving to Canada has been? I wish I did more research, guys. I really wish I did more research, especially about my profession. right? I wish I learned about how Canadian employers actually name their job roles and find the appropriate one that was relevant to me. I feel like I got in, and because I was looking to put the job name to job name, I ended up putting myself a couple of levels below where I should have started from. So now I'm like back to school and trying to catch up and meet that time. I wish I did more research. That's the major one I would say. But everything else, the quality of my life has been better. The quality of my decisions have been better because of the stability of the system. So you can plan ahead into the future, and you're able to plan today for the next 5 years. And if you follow through, it will happen like that. It's not the case of one person just wake up and just change one policy, and before you know, people are gone from millions to zero. Because we don't have things like that, it's easy to plan, the stability of planning. The only thing I would say I regret is maybe I should have done this sooner. Like if I'd come to Canada to maybe go to school, or I came years before I did, I would have been at a different position right now. I think about those things like, hi, I updated my life. Is like I started again. At this stage in my life, is am I where I wanted to be, especially with my career? I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I can't exactly call it a regret because right now I'm on my way there in a more suitable environment, in a more nurturing environment that will help me grow and harness my full potential. So yeah, maybe I should have done this sooner and I should have done more research. That's what I would say the major has been. Yeah. Which of the visa don't need to show proof of funds? Yeah, I don't know about that because even with school, you still need to show that you can afford. So all of them need money. Oh, Egbon said mine was why not earlier? Exactly. Should have come in earlier. If I have a job offer through Express Entry, do I need to show proof of funds? Are you in the country or outside the country? Please, if we know that, if you have the answer to that, Egbon, please, if you know the answer, you can please put it in the comment section. Yeah, there's a lot of focus on those inside the country right now. How does one get distant relative or friend in Manitoba for PMP? It has to be somebody you know now. Your relative is your relative. Like it's not legal to as relative. So I'm not going to advise that. Except you have a relative or you have a friend. Don't claim you have. They will smoke you out. That's the truth. You don't want to start your life in a new country on the basis of a lie. I don't advise that. Also, on the birth certificate, the one you have is not valid because it's not recognized. You have to go to MPC to get a new one with your corrected name. Okay, thank you, Ronke. That's one. That's an option for that person. So if you're in Nigeria or whatever country you are in, wherever they register, the official body that registers birth, you can go there and get a birth certificate that has your correct name. And those lifestyle abi, let's just collect this with our chest. We're not going to win. When should I have my gift deed transferred to my account before ITA? Before ITA or after or anytime? Gift deed. Oh, you guys are asking me questions I don't have experience in. Please, if you know, Egbon David, I think you might know the answer to this one. Gift deed. How to migrate is outside my expertise, if you guys notice. That's why I stay away from express entry and things like that, because it's not information that I have readily available. I cannot commit to keeping up with all the changes that happen. So I typically stay away from that. So if you have an answer to that question, please help this person out. Help Samuel out. Only CEC will not need proof of funds. So yes, you have to have if you're in Canada already and you're already working here, then you don't need proof of funds. Yeah. I don't have any regrets after living in Australia and then living in Canada. I can tell the difference with living in Nigeria. Yeah, it's a whole lot different. It's a whole lot different. What do you think about 8 months post? Oh, another migration question. Okay, what do you think about an 8 month postgraduate certificate in Saskatchewan after a master's? Do you think one will get study visa? You might not. If you have a master's degree and you're looking to apply for 8 months postgraduate certificate, they'll question it. they'll question it. You might want to consider something longer, maybe another master's or something on the same level. But post-grad after a master's is like a step down. They'll want to know why. What career progression are you looking into like that? Is it the same profession or are you switching? If you're switching, then you want to consider something longer than 8 months. It will increase the credibility of the application. You will be better able to justify why you're doing that. If you have a job offer from outside the country, do you need to show proof of funds? Job offer from outside the country, how? In what area? A job offer strengthens your application. It does not replace the requirements. So as far as you are not within Canada, you would need to show some kind of proof that you can take care of yourself. If you have a good friend in Canada, can they replace relative? If you are in a province that requires relative, friend cannot replace relative because you will need to prove the relationship. It's not just, if you say I have a relative, they're not just going to take your word for it. You will need to provide documentation that shows a connection between you and the person who you are claiming relative for. So if the person is your friend, how are you going to prove? You need birth certificates to establish. For Saskatchewan, they are very specific who can be relative. It can't be third cousin, right? So you will need documentation to show. If you say this person is your cousin, you want to show the who is related. Is it both your fathers? It means they have the same name. You will provide birth certificates for your parents. You provide marriage certificates. There are documentations you provide to justify relationships. So it can't just be anybody. Okay, somebody has answered the give deeper. Okay, we didn't. Biometrics started in 2019. Okay, that explains why we didn't do it. Okay, the give deep question has been answered. Okay, good. Oh, thank you, Squad Trooper. Just subscribe. Okay, people are providing answers to that. With give deeds, it is technical as immigration at provincial level might not make a fuss about it, but federal is a big issue. My take is to let Pepe be resting in your bank under your name and that of your spouse. Okay, so it's better to do it before. Thank you very much. Provincial nomination request for proof of funds. Yes. Provincial nomination has, depending on your provincial nomination is under federal, right? So even if it's the province that is nominating you, it's still under the federal. So the federal requirements are still there. I don't think it replaces. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me, but that's how it is. If it's a job with LMIA, you will get a work permit. Therefore, okay. Somebody's answering that question. I'm stuck in Ghana. I've looked for job many times to book, no success. I'm sorry. COVID has slowed lots of things down. It's just hard now. It's harder now to get a job from outside Canada. You're awesome, very intelligent. Oh, wonderful session. Love you. Thank you so much. Love you right back. Thank you, Mary Obaba. Thank you so much. Okay, I missed this question. If one gets admission to school, is it possible to start going? Is it possible to start out going to Canada alone and having family join them before the end of the program? Yes, very possible. You can come alone and then apply for your family to join you. We did biometrics for temporary resident visa and study permit in 2017. Okay. For temporary, okay. I know that normally for temporary visas, you would have to do some kind of biometric, but I don't know about it for Canada. Either ways, I did my application in 2014, 2015. That's probably why I didn't do biometrics. Cloudy, hi. Welcome. Your hair looks lovely. Thank you. What are my chances of getting a study visa for master's degree in a field if I had the same master's degree in Nigeria in the same field? So the application has to be tight. It has to be strong. There has to be justification. There has to be justification for, I don't know. I think for study permits is very tricky because for the information that's on the website, sometimes you provide what they ask for, you don't get it. You have to almost always provide above and beyond, provide explanations. They have to see that there's a genuine reason why you're doing these masters. For me, study permit, I think it's funny because we want professionals to stay back, but then at the point where you're applying, your chances are stronger if you show them that you are leaving. Does that make sense? Like, we want professionals to come to Canada, study and stay here. But at the point where you're applying, your application is stronger if you show them reasons why you will leave, even though they know that we prefer that you stay. So I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, if you have other things that justify why you're doing the master's and that you will leave the country when you're done, then your chances are higher. Manitoba awards points for friends within the province, but Saskatchewan only accepts relatives. That's very correct. And there are clear definitions through that. I know that Manitoba suspended these friends for a while, for a long time. I don't know if they've started it again. I'll look into that and confirm. But for the longest time, they suspended it because there were lots of irregularities with it. But Saskatchewan is specific, it must be relative. Yeah, yep. Love you right back. Thank you. How come your kids aren't bumping in on you? I'm in the basement. They are somewhere soaked in TV. That's why they are not disturbing me. Mm, okay, so people are providing answers. Love your vlogs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Friends say bribe them. Thank you. Popular says, I just got admission. I want to start my visa processing. What tips do you have for ties back home from my immediate family, property, employment? Yes, everything you have that shows a connection to your home country, you want to include that, honestly. And there are a lot of tips online, you guys. There are a lot of tips online. There are a lot of threads on Twitter that break down this thing. So you need to be active on those social media pages and look for people who are sharing information on how to migrate. There are so many of them on Twitter, especially. If you go on Twitter and you search Olufemi Loye, that's one person that readily comes to mind. I think he's on a live video today, just sharing about study permits. I will look for that video and share it on my community tab. I know Olufemi Loye is live on YouTube today talking about study permits. So I'll go and check if that video has been posted and then share it on my community tab. So you will find information there. Olu shares valuable information. So go and follow them. Look for people on Twitter. Look for people on Instagram who are sharing information about this and follow them. You will gain a lot from there. Let's say my master's degree in French in Nigeria was project-based and University of Saskatchewan has thesis-based masters. I gained admission already. Then that's a transition. You're moving from project-based to thesis-based. So yes, that's a reason. You can establish that. Every other requirement just has to be airtight for the application to go through. People were given admission but still denied visas because they needed ties to home country. That's the truth. You want to show that you will leave the country when you're done. If you can't establish that, then whew. If you were to establish a business in Saskatchewan, what would it be for? You guys, it would be around what I'm doing right now. I'm looking to establish like a full-on settlement agency in Saskatchewan where I'm going to provide a range of services like airport pickup. Like for somebody who's landing, you don't know anybody, you get accommodation, you will get like Jane was saying, there will be hot jollof rice waiting for you. You will have a place to lay your head. You would get career counseling. I'll be able to coach you with how to find a job, prep you for job interviews. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm working on. The education I'm taking now is going to contribute to that. So if I'm going to set up a business, that's definitely what it is. Like a full-blown settlement agencies that provide A to Z help for newcomers, help them find their way. When your feet is on the ground, then we send you forth and the cycle continues. So that's exactly what it will be. I cannot sell anything. I can't sell pure water to people on a hot day. If you're buying and selling zero, I would dash everything out and not collect money. So it's those kind of services I would offer. And something is in the works. I'll share it with you guys when it's good and ready to go. Oh, Mrs. O is here. Yes, you were on live with Olu. I'm going to share that video in my community tab. So guys, look for it. Okay. Your hair is fine. Thank you. Who is disliking this video? We cover them with the blood of Jesus. They'll be okay. I don't see that. Interesting. Okay. Well, guys, we're now coming up to almost 2 hours that I've been here talking for 2 hours. The girl is hungry. I'm hungry now. I have to get up soon to You came into Canada and explained that you intended to stay back and it was approved. Wow, when was this? That's typically the first reason why they reject people. So I'm not sure. It's like the visa officers do it on a case-by-case basis. Abigail, how can you convince them? Do you have any other thing that ties you to Nigeria? Apart from your husband and your kids, is there any other ties that you can establish? Is there any other ties that you can establish? The video is not that clear. I don't know what that means. You can't hear me okay or you can't see me okay? What do you mean when you say the video isn't clear? Please explain. Kadia Yena, when was this? Like when was this application? I'm very if they're approving applications based on information like that, then that means it's a step in the right direction because a lot of people have gotten rejected for this same reason. They say they want to stay back. They're like, you can't. You have to establish that you will leave. Dual intent. Okay, so did you have like a PR application going while you were applying as a permanent resident? Did you have like a PR application going while you were applying as for study permits? There's dual intent there. If you're applying for both, you can declare it. But to say for only study permit and you tell them you don't want to leave is typically a way to. The picture is blurry. Oh, it's because it's live. Typical live videos are not as clear as it would be for a recorded video. I think that's why. Oh, video feed was glitchy. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe that's. Oh, sorry. YouTube counts it as engagement. Thank you. Adewale, you have proof of funds for over 6 months in my account. Do I still need to provide letter of information, explanation? If there's anything you think you need to explain, then it's better to put. It's better to add as much information that will help them make a decision. If a letter of explanation, if there's something you think you need to explain, then add it. Okay, guys, we have 8 more minutes until I would have been talking for 2 hours, guys. It's almost time for me to get off now. I really don't want us to go beyond 2 hours. So it's getting so long already. Thank you very much for everybody who joined. I am so grateful that you guys came out. My first live video. I did not think it was going to be like this, but as usual, Luffy shocked me. Thank you all so much. I truly, truly appreciate you guys for coming. I'm going to do this more often now because it seems like even if you don't have dual intent, tell the truth and be straightforward. That has worked for some people, but it has also worked against some people. A lot of people have told the truth and they got rejected. So now it's just hard to tell what they really want. So I think on a case-by-case basis also contributes. But I'm glad that worked out for you. I'm really glad it did. Okay, I'm like, you, somebody can make a face and I don't dash everything out. I'm telling you, I'll dash everything out and not collect money. If you tell me to sell anything, I will either wear all of them and make my husband pay for all, or I'll dash it out. Please, you guys, don't forget to like the video. Thank you. Hi, Missy Me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. I've had an amazing time just interacting with you guys live. I thought this would be a good way to just come and tell you guys thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support. Hi, Rookie. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. I thought it would be a good way for me to just come to tell you guys that I am very grateful for all the support that I've enjoyed on this channel. Like, I don't take you guys for granted. The last 2 weeks, all the messages that have been pouring in, just checking on me. Those of you who took it upon yourself to check up on me almost every day, just to be sure I'm okay. Like you guys, I can't afford that. If I were to pay for it, I can't afford it. So I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate you all so much. Let's continue to grow our family. If you like my channel, please share it, share my videos. Like there's still a lot of people who are falling prey to fraud out there, and it tells me that it's either people are just not listening or they don't have access to this information. And the reason why I do the research that I do, come in here week in, week out, is to make sure people don't fall prey to this thing. So please, if you like the videos, share them. Share them. If you enjoy my content, share it out. Please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I still have a large percentage of people who watch my videos that are not subscribed. I don't understand why. I'll soon bring powder and come and blow in front of my camera and say, subscribe, and blow powder for you people. Now, only that one I never do. But other than that, I don't beg good Natalia. So please, if you watch my videos and you like them, please subscribe. Please subscribe. That's very important to me. Subscribe, like the videos. Thank you so much, Abigail. Just subscribe. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much. So thank you very much, everyone who was able to join in. All the super chats. I totally appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. I didn't answer your question. Toyo, I put the question. No. Let me answer before I go. Sorry. Yes, Adewale Lawal, I'm a lot better now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Toyo, put your question again. Quick. Let me answer it before we get off. I didn't see the question. Canadian powder won't work. Abi, I need one from Benin. Crypto, what was his name? My brother from Benin. Please help me. I need powder straight from my Yelala temple so I can blow it here and people will subscribe. Tony, if you can put the answer now, if you can put the question now, I can answer it quickly before we go, or you can send me an email. My email address is pinned right on top of the comment section. So please go ahead and put it there. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to be ending the video now. I truly appreciate you guys. We're going to do this more often. I'm going to come on live and interact with you guys more often. I really enjoyed my email address is pinned right on top of the comment section. So you will find a way to contact me. My email address is there. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to have my video come up tomorrow. This is not a replacement for tomorrow's video. No, we're still going to have tomorrow's video come up at the regular time, which is 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is 4 p.m. West African time, which is Nigerian time. Thank you so much, everyone who was able to join in. I can't stop saying that. I appreciate you guys so much. And until I come your way in my next video, it's your girl, Marina, saying thank you and have a great day. Peace, y'all. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Yes, Jeremy will hear. Jeremy and Daphne will hear. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.